night. Get them early at the Town Squire, $10 cash only. And now we look forward to this every month. It's the Ocoee FCA. Matt Moore is the executive director. Matt, good morning.
Good morning. You added to my title. I'm executive director now.
What are you?
It makes me feel special to be the executive this morning.
Oh,
That's
okay.
Feeling good. It's feeling good.
What's your actual title?
I'm just the area director, man.
Area director.
All right,
yeah,
all right. I just try to keep the area. I can't do any executive things. Just area director. How you doing this morning, Steve?
I'm good, man. So, talk about this program. I tell you, every month we're amazed at the nominations.
Yeah, we are blessed with folks in this community that help support what we do with FCA. It's been going around since 1961, but here locally with Mix 104, I guess we've been doing this almost 3 years now, and we have an opportunity every month during the school year to nominate a coach or an athlete. You can do that right on the website for Mix 104, and we just try to really share good stories, people who are making an impact on their campuses, whether it's a coach or an athlete. So many times the things you hear from the coaches and athletes are all the things that they're doing on the field, and people look at them as that, and there's more to our athletes, more to our coaches than just that. They're people, and God's using them in some really neat ways, and so we just want to celebrate those each month.
All right, well, why don't you make some introductions here, Matt, and talk about this month's winners.
Well, we've got Miss Holly Stroud, Coach Holly Stroud, who we'll talk about her in just a little bit, and Marley here from McMinn Central, and then Jade Mayo's here with me. I'm going to let Jade, who works in, she's on staff with us, area rep for
Jade's trying to stay awake right
Jade
now.
is,
actually.
listen.
Hey, Jade, he puts us all to sleep. I understand.
Actually, she was listening to you earlier, and that's what's got her. she's like, oh my gosh, how much longer can the sports thing go?
Induces narcolepsy.
Yes, it does. Yes, there's a warning on my phone now. It says it.
No, me.
yeah. But no, listen. But I'm gonna let Jade introduce and tell Marley's story and what's up with her. But yeah, Jade is serving with us. She's working right now because of a grant full time. But we want her to be full time, like all the time with us. So if folks want to support her, let's get in contact because she's got a great FCA story and doing a great work in Meigs County.
Oh man, Jade, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm really good. Really good.
Well, thank you so much for coming. Tell us, and come on up here, Marley. Let's talk about Marley here.
Yeah, so I do FCA at Mountain View Elementary School, and me and Justin Thomas, who's also on staff in McMinn, we went 2 weeks ago, and the teacher was just explaining how FCA got started at Mountain View, and she said Marley Sperling was the one that got FCA started and is the reason why FCA is a thing at Mountain View. And obviously I know Marley. I'm at Central. She plays soccer. She's also highly involved in our youth group at our church, and so that was just really cool to hear. She had no idea that me and Justin knew Marley, and so it was just really cool. And then just hearing stories from this morning from her basketball coach about how she's a leader in their Bible study for their team. So me and Justin just are really thankful for all she's doing at Central and all that she's done at Mountain View as well.
Wow. Marley, good morning.
Good morning.
Man, I tell you, what led you to want to start an FCA chapter there was it at Mountain View, is that right?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So me and my other friend, we wanted to start just a Bible study in general, and our teacher had an idea to start one with our basketball team and cheerleaders, and we were like, that's a good idea, but I was like, I really want everyone to be involved, like as many people as we can. And so we decided to not hold it after school before games. We done it during lunch every Friday, and it was 7th and 8th grade, and we would come, and sometimes we'd have, like, my youth pastor came a few times, and we had our librarian was the leader, and so every Friday we would just come together and lunch, and we would just do like a quick little Bible study. And so yeah, that's how I got it started.
You know, it makes me think about other students who may say, well, you know, I can't do it, or whatever reason they feel like they can't. But boy, I tell you, what you did proves that, look, you can do it. I mean, it can happen, can it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. What's it been like, or what was it like when you were there, as far as how did that Bible study go, and did you have anything that you can say, man, that was just wonderful? Maybe a story or two that you'd say that was a great success.
Yeah, so it was supposedly just going to be our basketball team and cheerleaders before a game, but we were like, no, we want it to be as many people as we can, and we had kids who weren't basketball players come in, and they were sharing their thoughts and answering questions and leading in prayer, and that's just what I wanted it to be. I didn't want it to be just like a tight-knit group. I wanted it to be as broad as we could make it, and just seeing other kids who weren't necessarily involved in sports lead in prayer and stuff just really was an eye-opener that it doesn't have to be like a small group. You don't need to be comfortable with who you're with. You need to talk to everyone who you don't know and help each other grow in their faith.
That's wonderful. So you're at McMinn Central now?
Yes.
How's that going?
It's really fun. I love playing sports, and I love all my coaches and my teammates and my classmates. It's just a really good school.
Yeah, so what grade are you in now?
I'm a sophomore.
So you're a sophomore at McMinn Central, and you play soccer? You play anything else?
Soccer and basketball.
And basketball. Okay, so talk about the campus there as far as FCA is concerned.
So we've been doing FCA for like 3 weeks now, 3 or 4, and we meet every Friday morning and at like 7:45, and sometimes it's like a coach leading it, and we've had students lead in prayer, but we've also started a basketball team FCA, and because we wanted to do something with our team, and Coach Stone had asked me to lead the first one because he had mentioned it in our group meet, and I loved the message because I was really excited to start it. And he was like, oh, I knew that once you were the first one to like the message that you were like really excited about it. And so I led the first one, and I think it was a really good idea because our team just like needs to grow together in our walk with the Lord, and just starting that FCA as well with our like school-wide FCA, which is good for like us as a campus. But our basketball team FCA, we all go there every Friday morning, and it's a good time for us as a school to just grow in our walk with the Lord together.
Jade, it's so encouraging to hear a story like this.
For sure, yeah, and I think Central FCA has grown a lot. Carrie Beatty just shared, she was our Athlete of the Year from Central, and she said as a freshman there were 4 of them in their FCA, and I think we're averaging around 70 or 80 on Friday mornings right now. So just the growth through FCA and just the way the Lord is using Central is really cool.
Well, I really appreciate you, and also Marley, you guys coming down here this morning. It's great to have you. Matt, I tell you, what a wonderful example of FCA.
Oh man, yeah, and there's stories like this all around, and there's a lot of really good things happening on all of our campuses, and from our side, when we're able just to empower those students to lead and to share, it just makes such a difference. Because again, I could go and talk, or heaven forbid you go and talk to kids, but
Why is that so funny?
everybody knows.
Not
But when a student steps up and shares their faith,
right.
it makes a difference. We just had Fields of Faith the past 2 weeks, and I promise the things that people walk away with. Our speaker was great, but those student testimonies are the ones that people walk away with. It's like this made a difference. I loved hearing from them, and so yeah, we've got great community, great young people, and we just want to equip them, empower them to go out and share and to walk beside their friends. Like what I love with Marley is it's not just, hey, I came to the big event, but I walk with my team every day through stuff. Right. And again, I think if you're a parent and you're trying to find, where's my kid going to middle school? Where are they going to high school? Another question should be, how are they involved with FCA? How can I get them around the right people to make the right decisions so that they can have a greater influence and avoid some of the things that sometimes pull young people different ways? They know who they are and they're spoken into. But I could keep talking and preaching, but let's keep rolling, man.
Let's do it. Well, we have Holly Stroud here. Tell me about Holly.
Oh, you know Holly.
Well,
and I know you're surprised she's here. But no. Listen, Holly has become a really good friend over the past several years. We had a chance to get to know her, and she has done so many things behind the scenes to really leverage her faith. She's been pursuing the Lord, but what we've seen, she is over the Tennessee Elite Academy, which is a basketball program. How many teams y'all have?
We had 13 last year.
13 teams last year. And one thing she said, we got these young people doing AAU basketball. I want it to be more than just basketball. I want it to be something that they're getting something more than just, hey, I know how to dribble and how to shoot. But so she approached Jason Cox and I with FCA Sports like, hey, how can we partner up so that our coaches are supported? There's not just coaching, but they're supported. And how can we resource them to help lead these students in ways that matter far beyond, did I make my basketball team when I was a high schooler? There's more important things than that. So this environment of sports, instead of it just being about, hey, let's just see how great we can be. We want to be great. We want to do everything with excellence, but we want to pour into their hearts because we are people first before all the other things. Mm-hmm. And so Holly really has has leveraged her influence to say, hey, I've got this part as a coach and as a leader of an organization. Let's create that. So Tennessee Elite's doing that, and of course she's coaching like I think every sport at Cleveland Middle and Cleveland High in some way. She's on the basketball court. We were joking the other day. We called and we're talking, and I'm like, Holly, are you even at your house? Like you're always on the road, going to a game, going somewhere. But Holly loves the young ladies she pours into. And what's cool about that, there's some coaches that do that because they want to leverage, like, hey, come to my team or come do this. Holly is probably one of the most, she wears blue, but she's probably one of the most open-handed people that I've seen as a coach, who's like, I don't care where you go, I just want you to be in the right place with the right people to connect and know the Lord. And then we had our coaches summit with Coach Hatchell back in the first of this month, and Holly shared her testimony there. And again, everybody loved Coach Hatchell, but the things I heard back from people in the community was like, man, I loved hearing from Holly. I loved hearing somebody who's in the trenches with us. So this was a no-brainer, and we're like, hey, who's our coach of the month? Holly Stroud. And so we were able to pry her away from Nat over at Cleveland Middle just for this morning. And so you need to write her a pass so she can get back on campus, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to let you talk to Holly. I've talked enough, so let's turn it over to Holly.
Holly, what led you to want to join up with FCA like that?
So when we started Tennessee Elite, I guess it was about 10 years ago, Bartley Norton and a few other adults were with us, and we just said, we want to start an organization that's not just about sport. Like, we want to character build. We want these kids to understand there's more to sports than just the sport, right? And, growing up in it, playing at the next level in the SEC, I quickly bought into sport, right? I made it my God. And when I lost it, I was like, what's next? What do you do? Like, couldn't find myself. I didn't start coaching at Cleveland Middle until 4 years ago. And that's really when I was like, man, this was what I was meant to do. And if I would have done it the right way, or taught to done it the right way, I feel like I would have done it sooner and would have changed more lives. Mm-hmm. Because people like Rachel Moore, who coached me in high school, she poured into me. I had Martha Frazier was at Bradley. Her and my mom were close. My mom, of course. She did all this. I remember these women doing this, but I never had in the travel sport aspect. It was just, you're good or you're not good. You play or you don't play. And nobody, not that they didn't care about my character, but you feel like they didn't. You're either good, you're not good. You're either going to get out recruited or you're not. And I was like, I want to start something that's about the kid and the growth and the development, and not necessarily about how much playing time you get. And so we came together, and so it went on for about 7 years, and we grew really fast, golly. Like he said, I went from 1 team to 4 teams. And of course, I started with my daughter, Aislinn. Then we went from 4 teams to 10. And you kind of get lost, and now I just had an organization that we were just playing basketball. And I'm like, okay, how can we make this more about God? And then I approached Jason. We kind of ran into each other, and I was like, man, this could be a big thing. I just need support on that side. And they were like, heck yeah. So we handed out, 130 Bibles last year, gave like 9 coaches Bibles out. And so it's just getting started, really. And so, so it's kind of surreal. Well,
congratulations. I mean, it's incredible. And like you said, it came to you in the last few years. Hey, we're talking about eternity here.
Yes.
We're not just talking about the here and now.
Right.
I mean, and that's
right.
to make it. And Matt, we talk a lot about the impact coaches make on young people.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's funny. A parent can say, "Do this, get up early, do whatever," and the kid's like, I don't want to do it. But when coach says, "Hey, I need you to stay late. I need you to clean up. I need you to run. I need you to work. Get in class, and get your grades right. Sit here in the classroom." They'll do it in an instant because coach said. And when the coach is grounded in the right things, when people are having the right conversations with them, I believe people who are well cared for care for others well. So from our side, if we can invest in those coaches, then what turns out then is a coach that says, hey, someone cared for my heart. I'm going to care for these kids too. And that's the thing is like, and Holly can attest to this, and I know Marley can too, is like, you get 10, 15 girls on a team, 80 guys on a football team. They've all got different backgrounds they've come from, different places they come from. And sometimes the only stable adult in their life during high school or middle school is that coach that shows up every day, that checks up on them, that calls and says, hey, where are you at? Or hey, how are you doing? Or hey, when mom's having surgery, they're the ones that's there with them in the waiting room. These coaches do far more than what we realize. And we worry about wins and losses, and we hire and fire off that so many times. And we miss behind the scenes that there's coaches that actually, and we're blessed in this community because it's not like we got to scramble to figure out who is coach of the month, like, oh gosh, we got to make up a story about somebody. We have great stories all the time. We have incredible coaches in our region, and we're blessed to be here. I don't know if people realize what the blessing is in this community.
Well, Matt, how do people get more information about Ocoee FCA?
Yeah, so you can find us online, Instagram, Facebook, FCA, Ocoee Region, Ocoee FCA. You'll find us there. Also on our website, ocoeefca.com or .org, and you can find us online there. And we've got our golf tournament coming up. If people want to help sponsor that, we've got a pickleball tournament coming up to help support what we do on pickleball. It's on Thursday nights. We've got so many opportunities for people to pour back into a ministry that is pouring back into this community. And then I want to say again, like we just had Fields of Faith. We had the month of September has been an incredible move of God from our side. It's not just Fields of Faith. We had probably over 6,000 students between Bradley County and McMinn County over those 2 weeks. But not just at the FCA event there, but in our huddles, we had over 120 students come to Jesus.
Wow.
Where God's just moving, where God is using students like Marley to invest into their friends and say, hey, I've got something better. God has given me something better. And so if you're like, man, I want to get behind something, what's this revival? What's this movement happening? I mean, God is using FCA. It's not about us. But we just happen to be the vehicle God's using right now to reach students, to reach coaches, to help change campuses and change cultures. And we love that we could do that, and it's a blessing.
Bridget, how do people register for the coach and the athlete of the month?
Yeah, you can go to our website, mymix1041.com, and submit your nomination there.
Big congratulations, Marley Sperling, Holly Stroud. Congratulations, guys. Going to take a quick break right here at 10 before the hour. Stand by.